Hi, I'm Jacqueline Fisher, trauma-informed therapist, educator, and founder of Focus First Counseling and Education, Inc. I help people turn pain into purpose, and this video series, brought to you with the support from the WRAP Foundation, is part of that mission. We're offering tools to support your mental and emotional wellness with both heart and science. In Lesson 1, we talked about mental health stigma, how it's passed down through systems and silence, and how healing begins when we make room for truth, curiosity, and care. Today, we're diving deeper into something that shapes every moment of your daily experience, your brain. More specifically, we'll explore how your brain functions, how it's influenced by your nervous system and your gut, and how to nourish it using small daily practices that help it grow stronger. Let's start here. Your brain isn't a hardwired computer. It's a living, learning ecosystem. It adapts, it updates, it rewires. It learns from what you experience, and it changes based on what you practice, what you think, what you feel, what you eat, what you repeat, and even what you avoid. The human brain contains around 86 billion neurons. And here's something that can feel surprising. Neural cells that communicate with the brain, they're also found throughout the body, including the heart and the gut. This is part of what researchers describe as a distributed nervous system, meaning your mind is not just in your head. Your mind is informed by your entire body. And that matters because when people feel anxious, foggy, or emotionally flooded, they often blame themselves. They think, what's wrong with me? But many times, nothing is wrong with you. Your system is responding to what it's been carrying, to what it's experiencing. Bessel van der Kolk, in The Body Keeps the Score, teaches that the brain is shaped by what it experiences, for better or for worse. And what I want you to hear, the empowering part of that, if experience shapes the brain, the new experiences can reshape it as well. Not overnight, not perfectly, but steadily. Think of your nervous system like an orchestra. Your brain, it plays one section. Your heart plays another. Your gut plays another. When they're in tune, you tend to experience more calm, more focus, and more emotional clarity. But when they're out of sync because of stress, trauma, or poor sleep, poor diet, the music, it gets jumbled. That might show up looking like anxiety, irritability, brain fog, low motivation, exhaustion. This is not a failure of your mind. It's a signal that your system is asking for care, not just cognitively, but physically, emotionally, and nutritionally. So when we talk about working out the brain, we're not talking about thinking harder. We're talking about nurturing your neural ecosystem with movement, with food, with breath, with rhythm, and rest. The basics we forget matter, but they do matter. Before we move into the gut-brain connection, let's settle in together. Breathe in through your nose. Drop your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. And exhale slowly. Again, inhale through your nose. Drop your shoulders. Unclench your jaw and exhale slowly. Feel that gentle reset. That's your system tuning back in. Now, let's shift from the head to the gut. Right here, behind your belly button, lives a complex ecosystem made of trillions of living microbes, your gut microbiome. These microorganisms don't just help digest food. They communicate directly with your brain through hormones, through immune support, through neurotransmitters, and through something called the vagus nerve, a major pathway that connects your brain and body. Dr. Emmerin Mayer, in The Mind-Gut Connection, talks about how real and powerful this mind-gut relationship is. And here's the key point. Your gut produces a large portion of your body's serotonin. Serotonin supports mood stability, sleep quality, and anxiety regulation. So, if your gut is inflamed or imbalanced, your mental health can suffer, even if everything looks fine from the outside. And the opposite is also true. When your gut is supported, your brain becomes more resilient, more stable, and better able to respond to life and its stressors. What we eat isn't just about calories or weight. Food is information. It tells your cells what to do. It influences inflammation. It affects stress hormones. It shapes neurotransmitters. It impacts focus and mood. When we eat whole, colorful foods, leafy greens, berries, whole grains, nuts, legumes, we're not just feeding ourselves. We're feeding the microbes that support a calmer brain and a steadier mood. Anne Wigmore, a holistic health practitioner and pioneer, said something many people quote because it lands. Food can be medicine, or it can slowly harm us. And I want to say this gently. This isn't about perfection. It's not about shame, and it's not about dieting. It's about nourishment. It's about supporting a sensitive nervous system with steady inputs. Fermented foods like kimchi, sauerkraut, yogurt, kefir, miso can introduce beneficial bacteria into the gut. Prebiotic foods like onions, garlic, leeks, and bananas feed that bacteria. Healthy fats like avocados, nuts, seeds, and omega-3s from flax or fish support nerve cell communication and reduce inflammation. And if you're ever feeling cranky or foggy after a lot of sugar, that's not just a sugar crash. That is a neurochemical event. Processed foods, high in sugar, refined carbs, and additives can disrupt neurotransmitter balance, inflammation, and spike cortisol, the stress hormone. In day-to-day life, that can mean you feel stress more intensely, you recover more slowly, you get overwhelmed more quickly. But when meals include fiber, protein, and healthy fats, blood sugar tends to stabilize, anxiety can decrease, and cognitive function often improves. This can be especially important for kids, teens, and trauma survivors whose nervous systems are more sensitive. Let's pause and connect with this idea. If it feels safe, close your eyes and imagine your gut like a small garden. Each nourishing choice plants seeds. Each deep breath waters those seeds. Each moment of rest provides sunlight. Breathe in through your nose and exhale slowly. Picture that garden growing strong, rooted, alive, and communicating directly with your brain. This is what it means to work on mental health from the inside out. Now, let's widen the lens because your brain isn't shaped only by what you eat. It's shaped also by how you move, how you breathe, how you rest, and how you relate to your own inner experience. That brings us to presence. Mindfulness isn't about achieving a blank mind. It's not about forcing calm. It's about noticing what's here without judgment. And when you pause long enough to witness a thought, a sensation, or an emotion, you activate your prefrontal cortex. That's the part of the brain involved in awareness, empathy, planning, and wise decision making. At the same time, mindfulness can quiet the amygdala. That's your internal alarm system that triggers fear, reactivity, and emotional flooding. One of my favorite authors, Viktor Frankl, said, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose." Mindfulness helps expand that space. That space gives you power. That space gives you choice. And it teaches the brain, even when things feel hard, I can respond with care. Let's practice a moment of presence. Breathe in through your nose. Drop your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. And exhale slowly. Feel the support of the ground beneath you. Feel the rhythm of your breath. Feel the quiet fact of your own aliveness. Now, let's talk about the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is one of your body's greatest allies. It connects your brain to your heart, your lungs, your gut, and your voice. It plays a major role in emotional regulation, digestion, immunity, and social connection. When vagal tone is strong, your body is more easily returning to a state of safety. When it's under-supported, your system can stay stuck in survival mode. Here's the good news. You can strengthen vagal tone with simple daily practices. You can hum or sing. The vibration stimulates the vagus nerve through the vocal cords. You can place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly and breathe slowly for 3 full rounds. You can gargle, chant, or even sigh audibly. You can laugh, cry, or talk with someone you trust. These are not small things. They are nervous system language. Peter Levine reminds us, the body remembers what the mind forgets. So when you feel dysregulated, anxious, numb, angry, overwhelmed, it doesn't mean your body's broken. It means your nervous system is asking for safety. And safety can be built. One breath at a time, one practice at a time, one supportive choice at a time. Now, I want to name a tool that can shift the brain in powerful ways. Gratitude. Gratitude doesn't deny pain. It doesn't pretend everything is perfect. It simply helps the brain notice what is good, even in the middle of what is hard. Melody Beattie wrote, "Gratitude turns what we have into enough." When you practice gratitude, the brain can release dopamine and serotonin chemicals associated with mood stability and hope. Something as simple as writing down 3 good things each day or telling someone what you appreciate about them can retrain the brain to look for safety and connection instead of threat. And this brings us to something our brains and bodies require: connection. Human connection strengthens the prefrontal cortex and reduces fear-driven activation. It's one reason support groups, storytelling, shared meals, prayer, and shared laughter can be so healing. They signal to the nervous system, you are not alone, you are held, you can exhale. So let's bring this all together. We've covered a lot today: neuroplasticity, the microbiome, nutrition, mindfulness, vagal tone, gratitude, connection. But knowledge isn't the goal. Integration is. Integration means living what we've learned. It means choosing small, steady habits that help your brain and body feel safe, nourished, and alive. Here are 4 daily brain-body habits to try. Start your morning with stillness. Even 30 seconds of slow breathing tells your nervous system we're safe to begin. Eat one colorful whole food meal daily. Think greens, healthy fats, something fresh, something alive. Move in a way that feels good. Stretch, walk, dance, sway, wind down with intention. Dim the lights, shut off screens, speak one gratitude aloud before sleep. These aren't just routines, they're rituals of healing and trust. When we show up for ourselves regularly, even in small ways, we teach the brain, I am safe, I am consistent, I am worth caring for. Shauna Shapiro says, what you practice grows stronger. Let's take one final moment to settle in and let your body absorb what you've received today. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Breathe in through your nose. Drop your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. And exhale slowly all the way out. Let your mind land in your body. Let your breath remind you that you are here, that this moment is enough. Here's a journal prompt for today. What is one small thing I can do each day to nourish my brain and body? Write it down. Let it be simple. Let it be real. Maybe it's adding fresh food to your plate, taking a short walk outside, choosing rest without guilt. Whatever rises up for you, trust that that matters. Awareness is the beginning of change. If today's lesson stirred something in you, take one small action before the day ends. Share one thing you've learned with a friend. Try one brain-healthy meal this week. Set a bedtime reminder and protect your rest. Or take 3 slow breaths with your hand on your chest. These are not small things. They are the building blocks of healing. Brain health isn't something you chase alone. It grows stronger in community. If this lesson helped you, share it with someone you love. Or leave a comment so others know they're not alone in this work. In our next lesson, we're going to dive deeper into the food-mood connection. We'll explore how what we eat shapes our energy, our emotions, and our long-term mental resilience. You'll learn about healing foods, herbal allies, and how to reconnect with nourishment as an act of self-trust, not restriction. Your body is a garden. Tend to it with care. Until then, keep showing up, not perfectly, but consistently. With kindness towards yourself. You are not broken. You are growing. I'm Jacqueline Fisher, and I help people turn pain into purpose. This has been Lesson 2 of our WRAP Foundation video series. You can find resources, recaps, and support at ffcei.org. I'll see you in Lesson 3.